for joining us. A jury has found Joseph Mark Thomas Duenas Castro Jr. guilty of sexually abusing a 10-year-old girl. Castro forced the minor to touch his body and sexually touched her on multiple occasions. The victim testified she was initially scared to tell anyone about the abuse because she had seen Castro assault members of her family in the past, but eventually told her mother and father. Chief Prosecutor Basil O'Malley II said, quote, "I commend the victim for having the strength to take the stand and confront the defendant. I also want to thank the Guam police officers for doing a good job with their investigation. And of course, I want to thank the jury for their verdict," end quote. Castro was convicted of first-degree criminal sexual conduct as a first-degree felony and 3 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct as a first-degree felony. He faces a minimum of 15 years behind bars and must self-surrender at his sentencing hearing. Castro must also register as a level 1 sex offender on the sex offender registry after serving his prison sentence. Sentencing hearing is slated for October 27th of this year. He allegedly lied to a woman and told her he'd help fix her vehicle and took off with it. Now Anthony Innick, also known as Antwick Innick, is also facing drug charges after police located him days later. The incident took place on July 2nd when Innick allegedly told the woman he fixed her Mitsubishi Pajero Mini's air conditioner for $300 while she was at an appointment. Innick, however, never returned with the vehicle, according to a magistrate's complaint. On July 6, a police officer recognized Innick at the Hoffaday Exchange parking lot. In his pockets, police allegedly found a glass pipe and resealable bags with suspected meth. When asked about the missing vehicle, Innick claimed the owner let him borrow it. According to court documents, Innick and his friend had the car because he owed him money for ice and that he could get it back with just an unauthorized use of a vehicle. The Guam Crimestoppers is reaching out to the community for help. It's the crime of the week.
Hoffaday, I'm Sergeant Paul Tapa, your Guam Crimestoppers coordinator, and this is your crime of the week. The Guam Crimestoppers and the Guam Police Department is seeking the assistance from the community relative to a wanted person. 35-year-old Louis Julian St. Nicholas is sought by CID detectives relative to an ongoing burglary investigation. Louis St. Nicholas is known to frequent the Agate Village and the Tumuning Plaza. He is believed to be avoiding authorities and may be armed. We are advising the community to please do not approach. Should anyone who may have any information as to the whereabouts of Louis Julian St. Nicholas, you are kindly asked to call GPD dispatchers at 472-8911 or 475-8615-7. Information can also be submitted anonymously to the Guam Crimestoppers at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. All tip information will remain completely confidential, and a cash reward of up to $1,000 could be paid if the information provided leads to an arrest and a grand jury indictment. Your call does make a difference.
In education news here on the island, the Mayor's Council of Guam thanked John Fernandez for his decade-long service to the Guam Department of Education by presenting a certificate of appreciation Wednesday morning. KUAM's Kate Balser has more.
This morning, the Mayor's Council of Guam awarded John Fernandez with a certificate of appreciation for his time as the superintendent for the Guam Department of Education. After 10 years of service, Fernandez recently announced that he will be resigning from his position at GDOE to focus on his family. The MCOG president, Jesse Allig, explained his gratitude for Fernandez's service.
I have only been a mayor since 2017, and because of his leadership, we have made great strides at improving education, improving our relationship with our schools in our communities. And so for that, I am truly grateful. And as a council, I know that we are equally grateful.
Fernandez was the longest-serving superintendent in the nation and GDOE history, supporting the education system through hard times such as the COVID-19 pandemic. MCOG Executive Director Angel Sablon spoke on Fernandez's impactful character.
John served as an integral link, a dedicated man, and a strong, passionate leader in our education system, and demonstrated throughout his 10 years of service his commitment, dedication, and leadership to the task at hand at GDOE, but most importantly, his love and concern for our children.
The superintendent's resignation will go into effect on July 15th. Reporting for KUAM News, I'm Kate Balser.
In education news here on the island, the closing ceremony for the Guam Community College's Child Care Boot Camp was held this week at their campus. Here's once again KUM's Kate Balser with the story.
17 aspiring child care providers have graduated from the Child Care Boot Camp at Guam Community College this week. Here at GCC, the free program provides graduates with the certification to work as child care professionals on the island. This 4-week course educated students on childhood development and trained them in special skills such as CPR and first aid. Lakeisha Salalila is a recent graduate who is following her dream of becoming a teacher and opening a family daycare.
Being a part of the first cohort has given me the opportunity to restart my passion with working with kids. The classes that we are able to have been crucial to understanding the growth and development that I can apply in life to raise my son and the children around me.
Recent graduate Kelly Cook joined the program because she wanted to change her career. She explained that the instructors helped her to push for success.
If you have the chance to join this program, I suggest you do it. It's worth it. The time may be fast-paced, but the instructors are really there to help you, and they will not let you go into this workforce without any skill.
Cohort 2 of the boot camp is currently in progress, while Cohort 3 is set to begin in August with an alternate focus on child care management. Cohort 4 has yet to be scheduled. Reporting for KUAM News, I'm Kate Balser.
Over in the CNMI, a Senate bill renames the Tinian Head State Early Head Start Center after Magdalena Hofschneider, a longtime educator on the island. KUAM regional correspondent Tomas Maglonia reports.
We recognize and pay tribute to Mrs. Magdalena Munya Manglonia Hofschneider, a selfless member of our community who dedicated more than 20 years to teaching the children of Tinian.
Her service began in 1954 when she was first hired as a classroom teacher on Tinian. A Senate bill renamed the Head Start Center after her.
Her passion to build the program resonates to the amount of citizens of Tinian that have actually gone through that path and are serving, that are here today and are serving in different sectors of the community, whether in elected office, government agencies, retirees, and to name a few.
She served as the Head Start coordinator for the island early on and even secured the building to start a pilot program then. That program still exists today.
Thank you all for bestowing this honor to her. Also, on behalf of my siblings and families, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation to relatives and friends for coming over to join us today for this special occasion.
Now generations of families to come will walk through those holes in a building bearing her name. Tomas Maglonia for KUAM News on Saipan.
And now we've got some news of our own to share. KUAM Communications will be broadcasting special liberation programming this July. Throughout the month of July, our stations will be broadcasting the latest installment of the Sentimental Journey series, a Chamorro Symphony produced by the War Survivors Memorial Foundation in partnership with PBS Guam. KUAM News will also present a special edition of our midday news program, KUAM News Hotspot, live from the Liberation Day Parade at 11 a.m. Chamorro Standard Time on July 21st. The show will feature Jason Solis and the KUAM News team on location at the parade route, along with special interviews, looks at the floats, and fanfare in the heart of Vaganya. KUAM is also proudly broadcasting the acclaimed short film series, We Drank Our Tears, throughout the month of July. All films in the We Drank Our Tears series were produced by Mount Carmel School in the CNMI and Galvin de Leon Guerrero. The films are adapted by We Drank Our Tears is a 2004 oral history and the civilian of experience of World War II battles on Saipan and Tinian. Visit KUAM.com for showtimes of all our commemorative programming in July. Coming up, we have this week's newest inductee to the Culture Club, and later KUAM's Dave Delgado with sports. Keep it here.
Subscribe to our KUAM News Digest, our weekly email newsletter with all kinds of information straight to your inbox. Just subscribe and we'll make sure to keep you informed and entertained with news from the KUAM News team, what to watch on NBC and CBS, and the latest promotions from KUAM Communications. Go to KUAM.com, click on the newsletter tab at the top of the homepage, register, and you're all set. Brought to you by Uno Go, Guam On Demand.
The rising cost of living is affecting all of us on Guam. Our administration has expanded a program We want to pay for your child's daycare up to $675 a month per child. This means more money in your pocket to pay for other expenses like the cost of gas and groceries. The Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration is investing in Guam's future, and that starts by supporting our working families. We are all in this together, Guam.
This ad is paid for by government funds at the Office of the Governor and the Department of Public Health and Social Services.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Lunches, snacks, we got diapers for baby girl. Oh, 7:15, we gotta go. Bread, milk, gas for work. Remember to grab Joe Boy a birthday present. Okay. Half a day.
Hey, Molly, how much do you pay for daycare for the kids?
Over $600 a month. It's expensive.
Did you hear about the governor's program that covers up to $675 a month for childcare?
Wow, that would be a lifesaver with the rising cost of everything.
Check guamchildcare.com to apply. We qualified. I even booked an appointment for someone to walk me through the process.
guamchildcare.com. Okay, thanks. I'll apply today.
This ad is paid for with federal funds administered by DPHSS.
KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
Welcome back. This week's inductee to the Culture Club is Saltwater Empress.
Culture Club is brought to you by Tropicool Ice.
Hafide Guahusi Kristen Leon Guerrero. I am the owner of Saltwater Empress, and I make modernized Chamorro-inspired jewelry. When I first opened my business, I was supposed to resell sterling silver beach-themed jewelry, and I came across some cultural artists on Instagram, and I was so amazed at what they do. I appreciated how much they perpetuate our culture through carving, and I guess that's how I started getting interested in carving. I've been carving for about 3 years now. When I start carving, I think about who I'm carving for. I think about why I carved it. I think about our ancestors who carved for body adornments and for a self-identity. Put a lot of time into the piece, and I really reflect on what it means for my customer. And it's an honor to create for them, especially our clients who are so far from home. When they tell me that our pieces bring them a lot closer, it brings me so much joy, and it keeps me going. I continue to carve because I hope that it'll be enough to continue to perpetuate our culture. I carve so hopefully it'll inspire somebody else to continue carving. I knew nothing about carving. I wasn't very in tune with our culture. I took it all for granted, and carving really made me realize that I do care more. You know, it's part of who we are. It's in our blood, and carving comes so naturally because I feel like it's the one thing that I can do to continue telling the stories of our people, the stories of our ancestors. I think the first thing you have to do to be good at carving is to really care about culture. Because, you know, anybody can carve, but if you don't put your whole heart and soul into it, it's not going to reflect in your pieces. And You have to have a lot of patience when you're carving. You have to know that it's not going to work out. You have to expect it to not work out on the first try. You have to continue to have hope. A lot of the times your pieces, your first vision, it won't look like you expected it to. Sometimes it cracks, sometimes it shatters. So patience is a very big part of what you need to have to be successful at carving. I think it's very important for us to preserve the culture. We are such a small group of people, and we've survived every attempt at eradication. We're a 4,000-year-old lineage, and if we stopped perpetuating culture in all forms, we don't have a chance to make it to the next 4,000 years. So part of the reason why I continue to do what I do is in hopes that it's going to spark interest in the younger generation. And before we continue to throw ourselves into a Western society, into a modern world, I think it's really important to stop and remember our traditions, remember our culture, and continue to do our part to make sure that we make it the next 4,000 years. I encourage everybody to try to learn our traditions, whether it be weaving, carving, medicine making. Seek out the elders while they are still around. They hold the most knowledge. So make the time to learn about who we are. Hafide Zentiro. I am Chrissy Leon Guerrero, and I am proud to be a member of KUAM's Culture Club.
Culture Club is brought to you by Tropical Ice.
Up next, your roundup of local sports, and still to come, your birthday shoutouts. You're watching KUAM.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, the Super American Circus is back on Guam, performing 8 shows per week at the PIC Hotel. Witness thrilling acts like the Motorcycle Team and the Globe of Danger, the Amazing Skywheel, the High Flying Motorcycle, acrobats, beautiful aerial ballerinas, jugglers, and more. Get your tickets at www.superamericancircus.com. Get free kids tickets at Burger King and Circle K 76, valid for the month of July. Presented by Burger King and Circle K 76.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific, better together. KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
The Guam Football Association invited members of the media to GFA's Lecture Hall Classroom for a presentation and signing event. FD soccer player Gavin Baker announced his acceptance into the Barca Residency Academy in Arizona.
I'm very excited. Obviously, this has been my dream ever since I was a little kid. I've always admired
the Barcelona team, the actual first team. So hearing and being able to participate in the Barcelona Residency Academy in Arizona was a very big thing for me.
St. John's graduate Yasmin Lopez announced her commitment to play intercollegiate women's soccer for the Heston College.
Very excited. I didn't think playing soccer in college was going to be easy, and I doubt it will be, but I'm very excited to further my skills and actually display what I've learned throughout the years.
Harvest graduate and standout player Samantha Kenny announced her commitment to play intercollegiate women's soccer for the King's College
Having been
in New York.
in the national team program ever since I was younger and growing up, and especially like what Miss Jo was saying, is playing with girls who were better than me prepared me for this moment.
Emily Walton also signed her letter of intent to play intercollegiate women's soccer for the Bob Jones University Bruins in Greenville, South Carolina. Walton was joined by Ross Awa, incoming head coach for the Masakata Guam women's national team. 7 Guam Ninja Warrior competitors will be testing their luck in Vegas this month as they represent Guam in the World Championship. Guam's Ninja Warrior Darren Perez is preparing the team on a course he built at home.
This is very new to the island, and our current winners from the last competition have proven they have a lot of natural talent. And my goal is to help direct that, right?
When I first saw it, quite frankly, when I saw it was in a backyard, I wasn't sure. I was hoping, honestly, it would be easier, it would be more friendly, it wouldn't be too serious. But then I saw people come in and the nerves started building. And I finally did it, and I qualified. This whole thing's happening, and now I'm thinking about, okay, I've got to train, I've got to build muscle, all these things.
It's been good, so we just kind of training on the grip strength and different obstacles to help with like slickness. Make sure you get that down and make sure you chalk up and everything like that. It didn't take me long to figure out some of the basic ways to get onto the course and to succeed. And I've had a lot of fun pushing myself and finding my limits of where I stand and really improving my physical health as well as learning a new technique.
I need to get in the mindset to be ready for this because it's going to be very hard, and I know I'm not going to get first place or anything. I'm just going there for fun because it's an interesting thing and life is all about experience, and that's what I want to do.
Right now we're doing all that we can to mostly build forearm strength and practice technique for all of the obstacles that we most likely will be seeing on the course.
Watching Ninja on TV has been such a fun thing we've done with our family, and it's really like playing on the jungle gym, right? It turns you back into a kid real quick. So being able to do it with my children, and we're all finding a lot of enjoyment in it, you know, and I think that a lot of young people and even a lot of adults that get the chance to play on this equipment will really find an affinity for it, you know, and maybe get hooked, maybe start competing, who knows. I mean, Darren looks like he's ready to build a community here, so I hope people can be looking out, and if you want to give it a try, don't be intimidated, you know, it's very welcoming, and come out and give it a shot.
Brogan Walker, purebred BJJ black belt and professional female MMA fighter with a record of 7-2, has advanced to the Ultimate Fighter 30 Pena vs. Nunes season finale. She defeated Laura Gallardo via unanimous decision in the semifinals, earning her chance at winning a contract with the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Walker's opponent in the finale is yet to be announced. The Ultimate Fighter 30 airs every Wednesday on ESPN Plus and UFC Fight Night Pass. Brogan proudly showcases Guam and shares her love for the island with her fellow cast members on the show by sharing local foods and even speaking some Chamorro words. I am so honored to be representing Guam and the most amazing people in the world. I hope Guam is happy with how I celebrated our island and our culture, said Walker. The Manhoban Swim Club represented Guam at the Keo Nakama Invitational Swim Meet at the K. Mark Takai Veterans Memorial Aquatic Center in Hawaii, breaking 2 Guam records. The girls team took first in the 13 to 14-year-old 200-meter freestyle relay with a time of 2:03.29, with swimmers Mia Lee, Kiana Santos, Ha'ani Mayo, and Amaya Bollinger cementing a new Guam record. The girls also captured first place in the 13 to 14 girls 400-meter freestyle relay, finishing at 4:33.35. Mia Lee, Kiana Santos, Dina Soriano, and Amaya Bollinger all did their part in breaking another Guam record. I'm here with Takumi Simon, who's representing Guam on the men's national basketball team. Congratulations on getting signed to play professional basketball with the Shinshu Brave Warriors in Japan. Start off with talking about how you were able to put your name in the mix, get the looks, and eventually get picked up by the team.
Yeah, so
I mean, ever since I was a kid playing basketball, I've always said, like every kid says it's their dream to play freshman basketball, but this really didn't become a reality until the games against Chinese Taipei this last August, I think, last year. And actually, my teammate, Ty Wesley, helped hook me up with my agent that I have right now. And my agent has done wonders for me. And over the last year, he's been putting my name out in Japan in the B League. And I was in Japan from June 3rd to June 23, just traveling around, playing in different showcases, different training camps, really trying to get my name out there. And luckily, played well, right place, right time, and got signed by the Shinshu Brave Warriors.
What's the style of play compared to the international competition you've seen while being on the men's national team?
Oh, man, I mean, Japan is top level team. I mean, they're one of the better countries in the world, obviously. I think they're top 30, top 40 in the world. So, man, there are a lot of great players out there. From what I've seen, I think their style of play is great. And even in Asia, I think it's similar to other Asian countries, but man, they work hard, very fundamental, hustle, and they got everything you want on a team kind of thing. And obviously at that international and even like World Cup level that they're at, and it'd be an honor to play against all those guys and be playing at that level.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G. KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
The rising cost of living is affecting all of us on Guam. Our administration has expanded a program. We want to pay for your child's daycare up to $675 a month per child. This means more money in your pocket to pay for other expenses like the cost of gas and groceries. The Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration is investing in Guam's future, and that starts by supporting our working families. We are all in this together, Guam.
This ad is paid for by government funds at the Office of the Governor and the Department of Public Health and Social Services.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Welcome back. The Micronesia Climate Alliance hosted an exhibit, the culmination of their KULO Navigating the Narrative Mentorship Program. The exhibit took place at the Chamorro Village in Hagåtña Thursday night. It featured the work of over a dozen student media makers and 15 exhibits, which included video presentations that took place at the Guam Green Growth Plastics House. The events marked an end to the projects that took over 6 months to put together. The topics students explored include climate justice, advocacy, and cultural preservation. The program is supported by Humanities Guahan, National Endowment for the Humanities, and American Rescue Plan funds. Before we close out the show tonight, here is the latest round of the birthday shoutouts, courtesy of our friends over at Cold Stone Creamery.
Weekend happy birthday on Sunday to Daniel D. Espinosa, who celebrates birthday number 64 in 2022. Sir, happy birthday from all of us at Cold Stone Creamery and your friends at KUAM. Your birthday shout-out says to a wonderful husband and father, who's also a great teacher from Ocean View Middle School. All right. Love from your wife, Leyland, your human children, Nina, Desi, Danny, and Peter, and also from your fur kids, Kato, Tofu, and Nightmare. So, Mr. Espinoza, we hope you have a fantastic island weekend and a fantastic birthday.
That's going to do it for KUAM News Weekend Edition. Guahusi Isaiah Again, thank you for watching. Good night and be safe, Marianas.